Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
A Mexican Iron Man says, as this channel's designated self-appointed DEI member, I hereby approve the Trump memes. Arriba, arriba, andale, andale. I should have bought a sombrero just to wear for these shows.
And create a Medicare for all healthcare system, which guarantees health. We are going to end that and create a Medicare for all healthcare system.
It's a debate here.
Which guarantees healthcare to every man, woman, and child, and saves the average American substantial sums of money. Now, to answer your question, I will not deny that every country on earth that has a national healthcare program all have problems. That's the nature of healthcare and a changing technology. But what I want everybody to understand is literally starting yesterday, the insurance companies and their drug companies are starting to spend tens and tens of millions of dollars to fight against Medicare for all. And we will organize the American people around the concept that all people in this country have the right to health care. And at the end of the day, we are going to win that struggle.
All right.
Senator, would you include the 11 million undocumented immigrants in that?
Absolutely, absolutely. When I talk about...
Would you include the 11 million undocumented immigrants? Like there's only 11 million. There's 11 million in Los Angeles County. Would you include the 11 million? Absolutely, he wants to include the illegal migrants. For sure, for sure, for sure. And it's not just Bernie. When they were having the big Democrat debates, every single one of them raised their hand. Every single one raised their hand when they were asked, would they support free health care, taxpayer-paid health care funding for illegal migrants?
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
Look at every hand go up.
Okay.
And listen to everyone in the audience cheering, yay! Take my money and pay for illegal migrants to have free health care. Except, of course, they're Democrats, so they're not net taxpayers. Did you know that as a group, the only net taxpayers in America are men? Not that the women don't exist that pay taxes, of course. On an individual basis, there are women who pay net taxes to the federal government. But organized by gender generally, as a group, women do not pay net income taxes to the federal government. Only men pay any kind of taxes to the federal government. Maxine Waters, the always crazy Maxine Waters, first she gets all upset. She gets terribly offended that the reporter asks her if the Democrats are trying to fund health care for illegals. And then in the same clip, within a 1 minute period, she says, yes, of course, we want health care for illegals. They just can't help themselves. I mean, poor Maxine Waters her brain's like 10,000 years old. It's not working all that well. But this is the Democrat policies.
Do Democrats want to prioritize the health care of illegal aliens over a government shutdown? Because if the government does shut down, American
Excuse me, stop it right there. We're not prioritizing. What we're doing is saying simply we want to keep the government open and we want to work with the Republicans and have a bipartisan agreement to keep this government open, and health care is at the top of our...
Doesn't she look like some kind of Disney animatronic? like a bad version of Elon's Optimus? Like if someone took an Optimus robot and stuck it into, I don't know, like a Betty Crocker, one of those cookie making things the kids get, and just left it in there overnight and all kind of browned and melted.
Agenda.
But aren't Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens? That's right.
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody.
Everybody.
We want to save lives.
At your expense. They want to save lives at your expense. Oh, the posts I love the most are all these posts in the Democrats saying, well, you know, the Republicans, they're trying to deny Minnesota residents, California residents, Americans health care. But they never say American citizens. It's like Minnesota residents who are illegal migrant third world invaders, Americans who illegal migrant third world invaders who live in America, or they come from Central America, or they come from South America, or who knows what they come from. But for some reason, they're never able to say the phrase American citizens, because of course, who's being stripped of all these billions of dollars of healthcare is the illegal migrant third world invaders who are getting it now. Now, that's the problem. Back in the day, of course, everybody was against illegal immigration. We're only talking like 10, 15 years ago. It's very funny. It's like with the whole gay marriage thing, right? When Barack Obama was president, he was giving speeches against gay marriage. That's how quick everything changed. There were no gender confused kids when I was in school. You might have had an occasional gay kid, but he wasn't confused about what his gender was. Everybody still had common sense. The Democrats were still crazy, but they weren't this insane.
We need to address the issue of immigration and the challenge we have of undocumented people in our country. We certainly don't want any more coming in.
We don't want any more
Illegal
coming
immigration
in.
is wrong, plain and simple. Until the American people are convinced that we will stop future flows of illegal immigration, we will make no progress on dealing with the millions of illegal immigrants who are here now and on rationalizing our system of legal immigration. When we use phrases like undocumented workers,
It's so rich.
we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration, which the American people overwhelmingly oppose. If you don't think it's illegal, you're not going to say it. I think it is illegal and wrong. People.
I mean, it's so amazing. They're such complete hypocrites. Such complete hypocrites. J.D. Vance has a comment on this. He says, Chuck Schumer once recognized it was disastrous to give illegal aliens rewards for breaking the law, like free healthcare. Now he wants to shut down the government unless we reward illegal aliens for breaking the law. I love how J.D. Vance, not that President Trump needs a pit bull. I mean, President Trump is pretty pit bully himself. But that he has as his personal gunslinger and J.D. Vance is really nice. And Elon responds to this, to J.D. Vance's comment. Says, yeah, once Chuck Schumer realized that importing voters was a sure way for Dems to win elections. Actually, it's the only way for Dems to win elections. They managed to steal the Biden presidency that one time. But Democrats have an approval rating under 20%. No one who's an American citizen with the franchise is voting for Democrats except the most insane people. The Republicans secured a huge percentage of Hispanic male voters and a historically large percentage of black male voters. This last time around, the Democrats are done. Or I should say the American electorate is done with the Democrats. They're tired of the trans. They're tired of their daughter getting a volleyball to the face at 100 miles an hour by a guy who's 6'3" and 210 pounds. They're tired of their daughters coming home and crying because they had to change in a locker room while a dude with a schlong and purple hair was staring at them. We're finished with this. So, of course, the Democrats have to import a billion third world savages. Third world savages. They will gladly destroy American civilization so that the Democrats, can rule over the ashes. Just a reminder, when we're importing all these people from all these other cultures, and we talked about in the show earlier today, these people do not assimilate. They do not assimilate. It's a lie. Assimilation does not happen. They carry their third world culture, their primitive culture with them, and they bring their IQ with them. Look at this map. I'm going to make myself small. Look at this map of IQs around the world. Average IQs for population. Not every individual, of course. Not every individual, but by average. America, 97. Canada, 99. So just for technical reasons, IQ is set at an average of 100. America, 97. Canada, 99. Europe, 97. Russia, 97. Scandinavia, 97. Central and South America, an order of deviation lower. 83, 81, 83. Africa, 80, 70. India, 76. China's pretty high, 104. They have other problems. Australia, 99, just like America. You notice where certain demographics tend to concentrate, that the IQ approaches triple digits. But when you get to South America, when you get to India, 76, Africa, oh my God. What country is this? Ghana? 58? 58! Folks, most of these third world countries are hovering between 70 and 80 IQ. What benefit do you think they're going to bring to our nation? And IQ is genetically coded. So they're bringing in right now tens, I would say hundreds of millions of third world migrants. All those Indian geniuses, national average IQ in India, 76, 1 point above mentally retarded. How is it in America's interest to bring in people who are almost 2 standard deviations dumber than the average American, whose culture is profoundly different than our American culture and heritage? This is not the same as importing a German or an Irish or an Italian immigrant who have the same religion, same Western civilization, roots to their own culture. What do people descended from the Aztecs, the heart-ripping out Aztecs, have with us, Africans, for 100,000 years in possession of the continent richest in natural resources? And until the white colonizers showed up, they didn't have a structure higher than a single floor, and that was made out of woven grasses. They didn't have a wheel. They didn't have a written language. India, much the same. How is it in America's interest to bring all these people into our country? I say no. I say it is not in America's interest for that and many other reasons.